Hey, welcome to the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast with me, Iona Meade, at Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona. So today is Spiritual Freedom Saturday, and I want to talk about ease, grace, and flow and our soul guidance, right? So the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast, if you are new to me, is all about raising our vibrational frequency. I love today. I love all of the days as I go live every single day and I talk about our vision, what we want to manifest, our big vision and our big vision and mission, and our purpose as spiritual entrepreneurs who want to manifest more life work balance. That's what we're all about. And I've really enjoyed creating this YouTube podcast. It is my journaling process that I'm actually just sharing with you. So welcome. If you're watching on the replay, welcome. Thank you. So you may or may not know a little bit about my journey. And yesterday on the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast, we talked about relationships, right? Relationship freedom. And I'm going to go into that a little bit more today, but I'm also going to go into bring the spiritual freedom into all of the seven freedoms for living an intentional life. And it's, for me, the vision of freedom in each of these seven areas. We cover a theme each day with the acronym of the cheers, and I'll tell you what they are if you don't know. And so for intentional living, the vision of what you have for your life in each of these seven areas, and the values that you have in each of these seven areas, and your vibration, raising your vibration. So I talk about, as the founder of the Soul Legacy Academy, launching, leading, and leaving your soul legacy and doing it with ease, grace, and flow. So how you launch your day, lead your day, and leave your day, and bringing that spiritual essence and that knowing into your day. So that's what we're going to cover today. So you may or may not have noticed that I've got my purple t-shirt on. Every single day I wear a different color t-shirt. So today I've actually got a halter neck top on because your girl is going out on a date. And I'm going to bring the spiritual freedom and the spiritual essence and the ease, grace, and flow into all areas of your life, including relationships, right? Relationship with you, relationship angel, guide, stars, relationship soulmate, relationship with our children, our grandbabies, our, nieces, nephews, cousins, aunties, uncles, grandparents, all of that, friends, clients, soul tribe, like everybody that you can actually think of, and the relationship that you have with the universe, right? Because we're all energy. And relationships is my absolute favorite day of the seven freedoms. So on Monday we talk about contribution freedom. On Tuesday for the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast, we talk about health freedom, the frequency of that, emitting that frequency, that vibration, being in vibrational alignment with what it is that you want to manifest, right? And so we talk about emotional freedom on Wednesday, environmental freedom on Thursday, relationship freedom, which was yesterday, which is Friday, and then spiritual freedom today, and then financial freedom. Now, how you want to contribute in the world as a light worker, as a spiritual entrepreneur matters, right? And I love that we start the week with that. It kind of just flowed to me. It was downloaded, and I love the acronym, and I love the way that it flows. And the Wednesday is like emotional freedom. So that in and of itself, the thoughts that we have, the thoughts, the feelings lead to the actions and our results, right? So that's that. Really managing your feelings and moving up the emotional scale is like what you are going to manifest. And then I love the spiritual freedom because what we want to do is acknowledge and give thanks and an appreciation to what is manifested into our life with that ease, grace, and flow, and those signs and those synchronicities and all those things, right? So that's what we're going to do today. So first things first for the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast is to notice how you feel, right? I talked about the Wednesday moving up and down the emotional scale, depending on your vibration, whether you're in a downward spiral, right? With your emotional vibrational frequency. And I talk about really extensively, this last Wednesday was a really great episode for talking about the emotional scale, and the one before actually. And I want to thank everyone who does jump on with me. It's so special. You make it more special because I'm able to apply what I know and what I've learned, and the journey, and support you in manifesting, right? So moving up and down the emotional scale is everything, really. And so when we think of our environment and the spiritual, the energy of that, just the energy, just think of any place and what you have, the objects, inanimate object, everything is energy, right? And the spiritual essence of relationships, which I absolutely love. Hey, love, let me know who it is. And I've just put, I hope so. I'm not sure what that was to. Let me know who you are and where you are. But thank you for joining me. There's no emojis, so I know it's not Yasmin, it's not Lucy, it's not Cherie. It might be Robin, but I don't think so because your name would come up. Let me know. And it's not Brittany because she was on YouTube. But yeah, let me know. And it's not Sydney either. I don't think. Maybe. I have to guess. Hey, love. Spiritual Freedom Saturday. I love it. So, hey, love. Oh, it's Jen. How you doing? I'm like literally, because the names are not coming up. I was talking about you the other day, but not actually naming you. Thank you for hopping on. So Relationship Freedom Friday. No, Spiritual Freedom Saturday. I was talking about you on Relationship Freedom Friday. And I've got like my halter neck top on. Your girl has got a date. I've got a date. I'm excited about that. But I want to talk about bringing the spiritual essence into relationships, right? And into and noticing your guidance, what your guidance is. And I was reading a book in the bath, right? I was reading, we're going to rate your vibration in a second. I was reading this book in the bath, right? And if you've not actually, I'm not sure why my name is not coming up. I think it's my settings. I haven't done that. Everybody's is not coming up. Woo-hoo, I know, date night. I'll talk about it. I've got half an hour, right? So I've got like another 25 minutes. It's got to be quick. But this book, if you've never seen it, it's amazing. Make it happen. Manifest the life of your dreams. Now we're going to talk about your spiritual freedom, and I'm going to refer to this book because I ran a hot bath and I was like, I'm going to get in the bath and I'm going to sit and I'm going to soak. This is like my bath time reading. And then by the time I was like, well, it was Environmental Freedom Thursday, and I took my stuff from my nieces to my sister-in-law's, but the room was a mess. And I was like, bath time reading or room clearing, right? Environmental freedom, like the energy of that. So I did that. And then I was like, I'll get in the bath. And I thought, I'm just going to open the page and I'm going to get what I need. All I need to do is read 1 or 2 pages, and that will be the message for the day. And I'm going to share that in just a second because it was the message for today, and it's about the spiritual freedom. We want to bring the spiritual know that, like when I did the Reiki money practitioners course, money's energy. We know that money's energy, but we kind of like make a whole big song and dance about it, but we want to have the flow of it. Anyway, so how do you feel in terms of when you look at your contribution, the vision that you have for that, your health, your emotions, your environment, your relationships, your spirituality, and your finances? How do you feel when you rate yourself between a 1 and an 11? Now, number 1, we don't get a 0 because we're alive and we're breathing. We get a 1, and 1 is that soul funk, and 11 is soul flow. And the reason why I say that is because on the Spiritual Business Vision Board Challenge, the 7-day challenge, I break our life down into these 7 areas, the 7 freedoms frequency. And I have a visual similar to the Wheel of Life. If you've ever looked at the Wheel of Life, if you're a coach, you'll know it, or Google it, or just watch my Vision Board Challenge. I'll leave the link in the show notes and in the cards for you to do that Vision Board Challenge. It's amazing. It's an amazing process. So we have all of these 7 areas in a wheel, like the Wheel of Life. And the Wheel of Life, the difference between the Soul Legacy Wheel and the Wheel of Life, one, I think that our life is legacy. And when we look at it like that, we come from a different energy rather than, oh, this is my life, like, and being bogged down with the humanness of life. Jen says some days it's 3 and some days it's 8 or 9. Okay, cool. So this is what I'm gonna explain, because I haven't explained it for a little while. And now you're here with me. So we rate our vibrational frequency. So the way that the wheel of life works, I believe that coaches use it for like the law of attraction, like attracting to you, right? And it's like, well, how fulfilled is my life? I'm going to base it on that. Like, say your relationship's going really shit, like that's it, like that's that rating. Until that relationship improves, that is going to be my rating. The way that the soul legacy wheel works is it's a vibrational wheel, right? And in the middle of the wheel is the world and the humanness, the physical. Got the vibrational world and the physical. And when we're in this physical, imagine like you're looking around and you're judging how you feel based on what you see. And so if you do that and you go, well, that's what's in front of me, that's what I can see, I'm going to feel the way that I feel because of my visible experience, then you're going to attract more of that, right? When you have the soul legacy wheel and you think of your vibrational frequency between a 1 and an 11, and you think of, okay, well, you can, when you've had a spiritual awakening on the wheel, there's an outer edge which represents your spiritual awakening. So when you're elevating your vibrational frequency, this is why this is called the Cheers to Financial Freedom frequency, the 7 freedoms frequency, emitting the vibration of each single area of your life, your contribution, your health, your emotions, your environment, your relationships, your spirituality, and your finances, right? They are a certain way. However, you can change the circumstances. You can change what Wayne Dyer says, when you change the way that you look at things, the way that the things that you look at change. When you change the way that you look at things, the things that you look at change. So that's kind of that concept. So sorry, I think it's an eyelash in my eye. When we rate our vibrational frequency, it's like a 1 or 11. So when we elevate and we release resistance and all of that stuff, we go for a spiritual awakening. And for the soul legacy wheel, it has a North Star, like and a number 11. And that North Star, hang on, let me just even. We have a North Star, and that number 11 is that gateway. It's that like going through the dark night of the soul. Hang on. I don't even know. Going through the dark night of the soul and being awake and in tune, knowing that you're a soul having a human experience. And so when you are connected and listen intuitively, that guidance, that soul, I call it soul guidance to your higher self, what you do is have that stream be connected, don't block it, right? That stream of consciousness, and look at the world now through the lens of your soul. Completely different experience. Souls know. So when we bring the essence, that for me is spirituality. That for me is that guidance. And so when we look at our contribution and our purpose, we then don't get caught up in fear. Like, we just serve. That's our sole purpose, to contribute in the world. Our conditioning tells us we need to be fearful of it. We need to do this. We need to do that. When we look at the lens through the world of our soul, when we look at the world through the lens of our soul and our health, we know that we can heal, right? And we go with our intuition of what to do rather than the conditioning of what is happening. When we look at the world through the lens of our soul, we feel differently. So the emotions, we're manifesting at a different rate, a higher vibrational frequency. When we look at the lens of our soul, we don't look at the environment as physical. Like, we know that it's energy, right? And people have that energy. When we look at relationships through the lens of our soul, we then don't look and judge and point our finger. And we know that we're here to fulfill our soul contracts. So hence date night and wanting to manifest my man, my person, right? The one that I'm going to move forward with. There's many souls that you can move forward with in life, right? And so I'm in that mode of that soulmate attraction. And I went on the dating app, and I knew that my eyes, I don't know. I don't know who that is. I don't know what they look like. I don't actually care. So I blind swiped, and I'm going on this date, right? He's attractive, but like, and all of the insight and the synchronicities and the what have you. So when we raise our vibrational frequency and money as well, what flows in and out, when we raise our vibrational frequency, we attract from the vibration that we are emitting, rather than we're attracting to us, we're emitting. Because it's like, well, I don't have to change my vibration. I've done my vision board. Everything should be in my life now. It should fall out of the sky into my head, onto my head, or into my lap. But really, it's the vibration. If I'm not at the vibrational frequency, the higher vibrational frequency, when my soulmate is, he's not going to be anywhere near around. Do you know what I mean? If I'm not at the vibrational frequency and I'm in fear and I'm spiraling down the emotional scale, then I'm not going to attract my soul tribe and call in my soul family. Do you know what I mean? It's massive. Jen says, love the nugget of wisdom from Wayne Dyer. Yes. When we change the way that we look at things, the things that we look at change, including ourselves. And for me, that's the essence. You know, when you're like, oh, I've got my crystals, I've got my cars, I've got my this, I've got my that. None of that really matters to me. The only job, in my opinion, is for us to release resistance, and to be in alignment. That's it. However you do that is however you do that. When we go through our awakening and we go through the dark night of the soul, we go down to the depths of the vibrational frequency. And our job, I believe, as light workers, as service-based business owners, as spiritual entrepreneurs, is to find the spiritual ascension tools that will help us elevate and do that. And then alchemize whatever it is that we've done and give that back to the world as our gifts. That's my job. That's what I believe. Jen says, yes, when you're spiraling, you attract lessons to grow in the four of people and experiences. When you're spiraling down, so I don't know if it was this Emotional Freedom Wednesday or the one before, Lucy was on, and she said, we manifest in the vibration of love. We manifest in every single vibration, every single one of those 22 points of attraction. And when we dwell there, that is what we're manifesting. Whether we're learning, whether we're growing, we don't even have to go through, we can go through lessons, obviously, but in order to manifest, we don't have to take like a year. It's instant. It's just changing the vibration. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, we get the lessons, we get the experiences, and we are all, and sometimes we can just condense it and change the vibration. And that's why I'm here saying, how do you feel every single day? So when we rate our vibrational frequency, how do you feel? How do you feel? Do you feel in soul flow or soul funk? Regardless of what is happening and who is in our life, if we pay attention to it and kind of struggle with it, we're going to manifest more of it. We can still get those lessons and grow and have those experiences, but still be as high vibe. Yes, we have the contrast and we need that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying just high vibe, but when we get stuck down in those trenches, that's not the place that we manifest. All that is at a higher vibrational frequency, if that makes sense. We want to be at love and joy and empowerment and knowledge and appreciation, right? And freedom. So that's why I do this every single day, because I'm just going for freedom. I'm going for the frequency of freedom. I want to feel that sense of freedom. So that is that. How do you feel? If you haven't done my spiritual business vision board, makes so much sense. Love it. Right. And that's why I do this every day. I'm learning every day. And my one of my best friends, thank you for the love. One of my best friends says, looking good, babes, have a great night. So I posted on my Facebook that I'm going out on a date. And so the whole dating and the whole, like, you go the twin flame union and all the things that I've been through, it's helped me grow. But if I am not still in alignment, even though I'm growing, it's just not going to show up. But I do believe that all of the people that I've been on a date with up till now have helped me grow to the person, have helped me elevate my vibrational frequency. So I love that, Jen. Thank you. I'm going to share inside this book. Let me know who else is on, and thank you for the love. So I'm hoping that I can get to the page that I read in the bath. Not that you need to know that I read it in the bath. Yes. All right. I'm going to read a little bit of this. Make it happen. You can't see it. Recognizing your intuition, right? Following your intuition. It talks about basically that intuitive knowing and us all having the different experience. And so having that spiritual guidance, our soul guidance, I talk about it all the time. I say that's soul guided influences. And so whether yours is clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, or claircognizance, right? Mine, and I know that you guys know all of those and what they mean. Mine is just a knowing, right? I do have the clairsentience with the gut feeling as well, just a knowing. And so I'm going on my date with a knowing. He has a knowing, I have a knowing. And I'm like, anybody else would think you're crazy. Where are you listening to that soul guidance and that ease, grace, and flow in every single day? Are you listening to the contribution? How has that been playing out for you this week? We look at from this Saturday to last Saturday. How is your clairs? How are they leading you in terms of your contribution? How are they leading you in terms of your health? How are they leading you in terms of your emotions? How is it leading you in terms of your environment? How is it leading you in terms of your relationships? How is it leading you in terms of your spirituality and that connection? Just really having more of the same. And how is it leading you in terms of your finances? Jen says all of those resonate for me. There's probably one that is like the one that is like, yes, for me, it's just that gut. I know it, like the gut, yeah, the feeling, but that knowing, I just know, like I say, I know, like I know, like I know, I just know. And the guy that I'm going on the date with, I'll call him B for now. He said, when I get a gut and follow my intuition, it's always right. It's always right. And I'm like, okay. It's like, I've got this feeling about you, blah, 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 blah. And I'm not going to talk out the whole story. I will tell it more on the spiritual dating TV. I'm gonna condense and journal the journey and not tell too much on all of these lives. And Jen says, I'm totally going to journal on how they're leading. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Because the Saturday is that chance for us to look back at the week. We've set this vision. So the next thing is to do the vision board so we're clear, right? So when we do the vision board for each area of our life and we're clear with the vision, we have that clarity, then we get in tune with our values. So I'm going to go on the date being in alignment with my values and his values. Otherwise, I wouldn't go on that date. I wouldn't make that decision. When I think of finances, I want to make my money in integrity. Our values, really get clear on your values. When you think of your environment, who you're around and where you're going to spend time, values. When you think of how you feel, whether in alignment with your values, that's what intentional living is, living in alignment with your values. Be really clear on your values, hard no to anything else that doesn't align with your values. So as I've been dating, I'm like, dude, that's not me. No, thank you. It's not in alignment with my values. It's a hard no. This feels so in alignment with my values. That blind swipe. And he was like, this is the last time I'm going to swipe. This is it. I'm just going to quit. Within an hour of me signing up, he was already on it. Within an hour of me signing up and cutting another date short. So if this date goes well, I'm about to meet the man that I intend to marry. Like, I'm dating for marriage. Do you know what I mean? It's so big. So when you think of your health, your physical health, your emotional health, your mental health, your social health, your spiritual health, all the health, right? I talk about those on the Vision Board Challenge, but it's got to be in alignment with your values, how you contribute, being in alignment with you. Be very clear on your values so that you're emitting, your values resonate at a frequency, right? Because your values make you feel a certain way, and they make you think a certain way, and they make you act a certain way. So what is on your vision board, if it's out of alignment with your values, you're just not going to even manifest it. You're just not. Right? So do the vision board challenge. Note how you feel, the vibrational frequency, and hopefully this will help you to raise your vibration. I can't go on too long because my sister-in-law is going to take me to the train station. So we want to say, how do you want to launch, lead, and leave your day? Bringing the more spiritual element and the essence, whatever drives you, whatever makes you feel in flow in the morning, do that. Oh, they've got an amazing story. I don't even think I'm going to have time to say it. So I got a DM and I was having a conversation with a soul sister. She's actually a soul client, right? And we had a session yesterday, and I'm talking about intentional living. Yes, do business, but actually how you launch your day, lead your day, and leave your day, doing it with ease, grace, and flow. So I walk my talk, practice what I preach. So I said, whatever that looks like for you, map it out, blah, blah, blah. And she did, and she went for a walk on the beach, and she was drumming. She's she's a shamanic healer teacher. And the synchronicity, I can't tell it all, but the synchronicity of the conversation that we had, she ended up meeting people that were random, who continued that conversation that we had, what her movement will be about. And she was like, oh my, she just cried, all the thing. It was beautiful. And then there was another synchronicity for someone that was on here yesterday. And what they were talking about on their personal profile was the thing that we were what she'd be known for. That was the second thing, the soul guidance, right? And then the third thing, the third kind of topic that she was going to be known for, somebody tagged her with that topic and that theme. I won't tell it all, but I'm just like within like not even 24 hours of shifting her vibration. She's high vibing now anyway. And I'm like, do the video testimonial so other people can see what intentional living actually can do for you. I'm so grateful. So she watched Relationship Freedom Friday, that episode, and she was commenting, and I was like, this is just absolute gold. So the relationship. So when you think back on your week, how your contribution, is it coming in ease, grace, and flow? For me, I'm on day 6 of insanity. I'm like, yes, even that has come to me in ease, grace, and flow. I just feel amazing. I've had amazing conversations, amazing people around me. With you and I, Jen, being on a call as well, just calling in soul family. I've altered the vibration in my environment. I'm spending more time in one place, and that feels amazing. So I was actually like, now I'm in this place, let me get my insanity done. Let me get that beach body. I want to get married on the beach. I want to travel, and all the things. I want to live to 100 as well. But it's just things that are coming to me. Money has just flown, come in like you would not believe this week. And I was like, it's made me cry. It's made me cry from all different sources, from gifts, from earning, from just loads of different. I'm like, wow, and even sometimes if it's not directly money, experiences that cost money. So like going on a date night, do you know what I mean? Like it's just, and so last Saturday, I hadn't spoken to this date. And we've had like 2 and 3 and 4 hour conversations throughout the week. It's just coming in. It's beautiful. So what I want to do is respect your time, because I've got to go in about 10 minutes. The card that I pulled for today is Mercury. Don't know if you can see it. I'm going to read it real quick. Read the meaning of it, because it usually means something really great for all of us. And then we're going to do the Bank for Came for Today's challenge really quick. I say really quick. I'm never quick. I'm always on here like longer. Hang on, let me just find the page, and page 82. So this is Keepers of the Light. So every single day I will pull a card, and I bring that spiritual, page 82. I bring that spiritual essence in every single day. I just love the Keepers of the Light. You might have a different set of cards. You might have a different, whatever it is, like follow whatever that means for you. Hang on. All right, so Mercury. So this is what I pulled for today. This is for me, and it's for you as well. Can you see that, my ring light? Open communication, date night. Get a weight off your chest, speak up with love and be heard. Love it. That's what I'm doing. Mercury is the Roman god of messages and communication. In the Greek mythology, he's known as Hermes. He has often been depicted with the wings on his feet, representing his capacity to be swift and carrying I can't say that word, whatever that is that he's carrying, the same healing wand, that's what it is, a healing wand, as Archangel Raphael is known to carry. As well as the overseeing communication, he oversees the planet Mercury. When this goes retrograde, everybody talks about that retrograde, and I don't go into all of that with a retrograde. I'm like, let me just get on with my business, which means it appears to go backwards. When seen from Earth, communication can be delayed or difficult. When we call Mercury for help with loving, honest, and open conversations, divination, and any form of expressive art such as writing, poetry, and journalism. My dude writes poetry. I'm like, oh wow. He can also help us heal miscommunications that have caused distress. That's big. So extended message, open all levels of communication now. Important messages, information, and insights are being shared. You may hear from an old friend or family member, or have an opportunity to finally understand a loved one you've not had an easy time with. So does that resonate with you? So that get things off your chest in a loving way so that you can clear all roads to love in your life. Listen to communication. Communication is a two-way street. Mercury is here now to allow you to hear clearly and be heard. I love that. 100%. Does it resonate? Yeah, it's for me and it's for you. All right. What else? How you launch your day, lead your day, and leave your day more spiritually. What are the 1 to 3 things that you can either do or let go of in order to, in the morning, just feel that ease, grace, and flow? How can you lead your day? I always go for a walk in the middle of my day. And in the morning, I've been walking now. And then in the afternoon, I've been walking and putting that. What does it feel like for you to feel more in flow? So again, my soul-class, she went drumming on the beach. I mean, I'm like, wow. So what we want to do is the Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge. So the Soul Legacy Journal, which I'm the founder of the Soul Legacy Academy, and this is the Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona, right? And success means whatever it means to you, right? And so the Soul Legacy Journal, I call it 365 Days of Your Spiritual Awakening Story, a co-created soul path to spiritual alchemy for light workers. And this journey of me journaling, this is me journaling. I journaled my way out of my dark night of the soul. And whenever like that spiritual awakening, I'd use my journal and my vision board to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And this journal is a companion journal for my co-author book series. So Jenna will be sharing her co-author, her spiritual awakening story in the co-author book series. So if you have a spiritual awakening story that you want to share, hit me up. Come to my masterclass, which I'll share with you at the end, and I'll share with you how you can do that. When we go for a spiritual awakening, it's not just for us, right? So the Soul Legacy Journal is our way to write this whole experience down. This journaling, we'll do gratitude as well. You can write your gratitude down. But this Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge was developed for me as my spiritual practice to raise my vibration around money. So spiritual entrepreneurs, light workers, service-based business owners, often we don't feel worthy. And when you look at, or we feel fear, when you look at the vibrational scale on the emotional scale for Abraham Hicks, that is so low vibrational, it is untrue. So we want to raise our vibration around every single area of our life, including finances, how we contribute and how we receive the financial freedom. So we're giving, we also want to be open to receiving. That's why I've developed this practice. So the Soul Legacy Journal gives you £1,000, dollars, or euros, wherever you are in the world, to spend every single day. The idea is to do this for 50 days to raise your vibration, so that when you raise your vibration around receiving money, you're going to contribute in the world in a deeper way because it's aligned. You're in alignment. You're aligning your movement, your message, and your money, I say. So you want to spend the vibrational money. Now, if I gave you that $1,000, pounds, or euros, what would you spend it on today? Would you be going on date nights, more date nights? Would you be traveling on the world? Whatever is on your vision board, that's why I ask you to do the vision board, because whatever experiences are on my vision board is what I'm spending my vibrational money voucher on, right? When you see the correlation between them, you want to manifest that light work and lifestyle balance for the 7 freedoms by being in alignment with what is on your vision board. You're collapsing the vibration, the difference in vibration, you're aligning it. So there's rules around it. So you tie 10% to a worthy cause. My worthy cause is Compassionate Friends. It's a charity for bereaved parents, because I am one. I dedicate my work to my son. You want to come from the space that all your bills are paid, your taxes are done, and your savings are done. You don't get to hoard it. You actually spend it. You don't want to spend it today. Like, actually go to online, wherever, and like visualize like spending it. See the prices of things. Yaz was on, I think it was yesterday, talking about visualizing Barbados and how much the plane tickets are. Like, they're dirt cheap right now. I love it. So you want to visualize and actually write down what you're spending your vibrational money voucher on. Share it in the vision board group. Post your vision boards first, and then share it. You can spend your vibrational money voucher and share it, right? So you spend it. If you don't want to spend it today, you can carry it over to the next day, but for no longer than Financial Freedom Sunday. I spend my vibrational money on Sunday and I share it. You can share it. You can body up in the group. There's chats in the group if you want to just really be accountable for doing this for 50 days and see where you are. Just try it out, see where you are. I know for me, raising my vibration around all of the other areas, if I don't raise it around my finances, that means that I don't get to have the experiences on my vision board. Simple as that, because they all cost money. Not everything costs money, but a lot costs money. To publish my book, it actually cost money. It costs money right there for that. It's called an ISBN number. It costs money. It costs money to get the Fiverr guy to do it. Do you know what I mean? It costs me time, right? So it does cost some kind of money. To be on this live, it costs me for the iPhone and the headphones and the internet connection and the StreamYard. The StreamYard is not cheap. To be able to stream out for all of the places that I'm streaming out costs money. Do you get what I mean? Like, when we're contributing, we want to actually receive the money. So let me know what you spend your vibrational money voucher on in the Spiritual Business Vision Board group and Bank 50K in 50 Days Challenge. The link is in the show notes and the cards. Come over and join the group, right? Once you've done this in the vibrational world, I want you to support you in doing it in the visible world. So I have my book. It's called Spiritual YouTubers from Scratch, a soul-guided influencer's compass to leverage your light work and lifestyle on YouTube. This is what I'm doing. If you don't have a YouTube channel, that's fine. If you don't have a podcast, that's fine. If you don't have a book, that's fine. If you don't have a course, that's fine. Starting from scratch is starting from where you are. But what I do know is that you have a movement and a message inside of you. And I teach you how to bring everything together in the Bank 50K in 50 Days Challenge. Every single reader, every single subscriber, every single masterclass attendee, I challenge to bank 50K in 50 days in the visible world, and then do it in the vibrational world, and then do it in the visible world. So I teach you on the masterclass to speak to, serve, and sign up your high-paying soul clients online. And so the soul client that went walking on the beach, the people that she randomly spoke to, so this was from yesterday till this morning, asked for her business card. Do you get what I mean? Like, when you raise your vibration, like, it's amazing. So I'd love to support you in creating the business model, creating passive income streams, creating leveraged income streams, so that you can serve more in the world. And when you are receiving that money in the visible world, you will know that you are contributing and you're not just giving that lip service, because that's not what we're about, right? The link again is in the show notes and in the description. All right, Bank 50K in 50 days. Card is done. Book is done. Gratitude is what we're going to finish on, right? So the way that we do gratitude, and you might have a gratitude journal, you might write it down. I like to, Jen's so excited for this journey. So Jen, we had the conversation, and what I'm doing is modeling what I'm teaching. It's bringing all of those things in. Have so much fun on your date. Thank you. I will let you guys know. I'm gonna share a little bit as I go, but I'm gonna store things up. And if it does go well, he's like, yeah, I'll help you write the book. He was saying that, he was like joking with me. Well, I don't know if he was joking, but yeah, he will be writing the male version of the dating, right, in the dating apps. So we express gratitude in this way. So we say, I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate. So this is soul speaking into existence for me. So you can write it down, you can speak it with me, but you set the intentions. But intentional living is actually living it, doing the things, right? Not just visualizing and sitting there and expecting it to all happen. I wouldn't be going on a date if I didn't take action. So we want to think of something from the past or something from the present or something from the predicted future you're on your vision board. In order for your vision board to manifest, before it manifests, you've got to feel the feeling of it, right? So I felt the feeling of my day. I feel the feeling of my husband. I feel the feeling of dancing with my husband. And I felt that for a long time. It's like he's behind me and we're just dancing. Like this moment, just anyway. So I'm happy and I'm grateful and appreciate. Let's bring the 7 freedoms in, 7 freedoms frequency. So we bring in the each area, the acronym cheers. And I call this rising and residing at the cheers to financial freedom frequency. So C, contribution. I'm happy and I'm grateful and appreciate that I'm able to contribute right now on this live, because it just feels amazing to me. All the things that I've learned, I'm able to pour in into my work. I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate for the health to have muscle memory and recognition to do insanity like a badass, even when I'm tired. Like it's day 6 today and I'm like, damn, but I've done so much better than I'd done like years ago when I first started out, when I couldn't even do 5 minutes. I'm really happy and great. I'm 50. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, I started when I was 39, 39, coming up for my 40th birthday. Happy and grateful for the decade of health. Happy and grateful and appreciate the emotions. I feel amazing. And I'm just so grateful to all of those of you who fuel that, that make me smile, that make me cry, that, joy. It's just beautiful. Thank you. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate the environment. My DM today, it was just amazing. Just having that space for somebody to just birth light in my DM was just amazing. I'm happy and grateful, and appreciate the relationship with you, Jen, us coming in, being soul family. Thank you so much. It lights me up. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate the money that we have to have the date night tonight. That is that. And I think we are done. That is the 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast. I am Iona Meade. Please do subscribe to the YouTube channel at Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona. The links again are in the show notes, in the cards. Please do share this out, that somebody, a light worker, a service-based business owner, a spiritual entrepreneur who has a movement, who wants to listen to their soul guidance, who wants to raise their vibrational frequency so that they can share their gifts and shine the light, because they were born to serve. You were born to serve, right? So be blessed in your soul purpose. Yes to soul family, Jen says. So grateful. Yeah, thank you. So again, here's to showing up, speaking out, and serving deep. So big, 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 big love. And I shall see you for Financial Freedom Sunday. Take care. Bye, guys.